This is the last vlog for reviewing Arkansas. Super excited. And then we are going to be doing a giveaway. And I will explain more about that at the end of the video. Excuse me, I have the hiccups really bad. So today we are going to be talking about hot springs. I have actually been here 3 times. The first time I went, I was 16, and I was just visiting a church that some friends were at, and it was a really quick trip. Second time, I was there about 3-4 years ago, and I went with a family I was nannying for, and we went to the Oaklawn horse racing arena area, and we stayed at some wood log cabins, and I'll explain about that more, but that's pretty much all we did, and that was the main reason why we went. And then the third time I went was with my youngest brother, who is, oh my soul, who's, 16, and that's when we really hit all the major touristy things. Hot Springs is a decent sized town. It has a lot of attractions. Half of them are about for free. It has some kid-friendly stuff, but there is quite a few history things to do, and a beautiful lake area and beautiful trails to walk around. That's what mainly draws people into that area. So I'll go over all the attractions, and I'll personally share the ones that I've done. And then I have stayed at 2 hotels, and then, like I said before, in a log cabin / RV area. All right, here are the attractions. As you can see, there are so many things to do. So first, the Garvin Woodland Gardens. It was closed during the time that I went with my brother, and he's a guy, he doesn't really care to see gardens. I'm not sure how much it is. It is closed during the winter, obviously only spring and summer, when plants live, but I have heard it is really pretty there. Bathhouse Row and Fort House Bathhouse, Hot Springs National Park. All three of those things are free. They are in the downtown area of Hot Springs, and it is a kind of a history thing, and also like you can still use the old bathhouses. But when we went, it was during like the beginning of COVID, so we weren't able to go inside because everything was closed off. But outside there are a bunch of signs that you can read, and it's really good information to read, and like the history behind it. The Anthony Chapel, oh my goodness, it is absolutely beautiful. Again, it was beginning of COVID, so they didn't open it so you can go inside, but it is a all glass chapel, and just the beautiful gardens around it. Just have your photos there, or just even take a picture. It is gorgeous, and it is free. Lake Catherine State Park, a beautiful trail. I want to say it took us 1.5 miles to see the waterfall, and it was beautiful. Really pretty area. It's about 30 minutes outside of Hot Springs. When we went, it wasn't too hot, but definitely recommended if you love to be outdoors. Hot Springs Mountain Tower, wasn't able to do it either. It was closed during COVID. Mid-America Science Museum is a kids thing, so I personally haven't done that, but I've heard kids really enjoy it. This is the Oaklawn Racing Resort is where I went with the family I worked for. Magic Springs Theme Park. So this is their theme park in Hot Springs. A lot of people don't specifically go to Hot Springs because of this theme park, because it's not really big. It was only $35 when we went. And I had to say we were pretty disappointed, because that still is a good price, but on the other hand, half of their rides were closed down because of COVID. And personally, like, I understand people, they're losing money, but if you're going to close half of your rides down, then I personally think you should give a discounted price. So we were kind of disappointed. We were there for maybe 2 hours, not even that. We just rode the same thing twice. I mean, there wasn't a lot. Let me see here. Oh, the Arkansas Alligator Farm. It's a petting zoo. Again, I was with my brother, and he wasn't really interested in that. Trying to see here. I think that is all. The National Park Aquarium is not worth it. They said there's not really much there to do. Again, personal preference. So those are all the attractions. Okay, now the hotels that I highly recommend. This is one of them, Comfort Inn & Suites Hot Springs Central. At the time, it was the beginning of COVID, and they were just looking for people to stay in their hotel. So I got it, I think, not more than $60, which is really good because this was, as you can see, like the rating for the hotel, really nice, comfortable. I stayed here for 2 nights. Obviously, they didn't have breakfast because COVID. They didn't even have a bag breakfast, trying to get, adjusted to all that. But it was very clean, very spacious, comfortable. Highly, highly recommend this one. Okay, so for restaurants in Hot Springs, the only one that I take that back. 2 of them I can remember. And then I highly recommend an ice cream shop called Mama Moo's, I think, but the link for it will be down below. They had different varieties and they had dairy free, and I had to have dairy free, so I was super excited because you usually don't find that anywhere. Like, that's a very, a specialty thing. Excellent. And they were huge portions, so I highly recommend that ice cream place. Okay, so the one restaurant I highly recommend is called Bubba Lou's Burgers. It is downtown Hot Springs. Excellent burgers, and I think we paid $7 or $8 for a meal. It was definitely worth it, and we loved it, absolutely loved it. I do remember going to a Mexican restaurant when I went with the family I worked for. It was more modern Mexican, and honestly, don't take kids because there's not really anything kid-friendly there to eat. But if you're wanting something different Mexican style, that's definitely different. So I'll put the link for the Bubba Lou's and for the Mexican if I can find it. But like I said, not really a kid-friendly place. Well, that is all for Hot Springs. I really think Hot Springs is my #1 area I highly recommend if you were to come to Arkansas, just because it has a little bit of everything. A theme park or some history things, or some fun shopping. And it's not a huge city, not a major city that you just feel very overwhelmed. And lots of hotel choices, and you have the lake. I mean, just so many options. So this is the last review for Arkansas. I can't believe it. I've been doing this, I think, for a month now. So I've had a lot of fun, and I can't wait to show y'all where I'll be going next. I'm going to be trying to focus on one state at a time. So I'm kind of, trying to see what I want to do, and the locations and how far all that wonderful work involves. So now let's talk about the giveaway. So now that I have finished reviewing Arkansas, I'm going to be giving away something that represents Arkansas. So it is actually on its way. It's coming in the mail right now, on its way to my house. So I don't want to show y'all just yet, but so all you have to do to enter the giveaway is I want you to comment and tell me what state you either love or would love to visit. That is all you have to do. So you can either comment on my Facebook page, Instagram page, or on my YouTube channel. So make sure to have those answers in. I'm gonna give everyone till Sunday evening to give those answers in. So make sure you put your favorite state or one you would love to visit. So I can't wait to see who wins, and I'm excited for the next state and all the reviews that are coming and just the adventures that are ahead.